Hey, what's up pups, it's JR, and boy has it been a while since the last commentary video. Before we get into the main topics of this video, I'm going to use this video as an opportunity to try out that whole thing with my VR chat avatar I mentioned in the Season 4 finale of Built to Destroy.
However, I'm not entirely sure if I can get away with using my headset's microphone, or if I'm going to have to overdub everything with my snowball. I apologize if my headset's quality is too unbearable, but it's not too bad, but it's not too good either.
At some point, I'll most likely end up getting a better mic to use when I'm on the Vive, but can't do that right now because microphones cost money. Anyway, there's a few things I want to cover in this video that I haven't gotten a chance to make a video on, seeing as how the last commentary video I made was 4 months ago. The first thing is most likely the shortest, as you've pretty much already seen it.
I rigged another new avatar. Credit to aeriie on DeviantArt for the base model, credit to Raunek-ka for the hate model that originally came from a Skyrim mod, and credit to Zorark67 for converting it to PMX for use in MMD.
Like I said, this segment was going to be short because that's literally all I wanted to say. I have a new avatar. Nextly, I want to give my thoughts and opinions on the newest Saryn rework.
This is meant to be a Warframe video after all.
For those of you who don't know, for the longest time, Saryn was my favorite Warframe, and if you were to look at my profile screen, you'll see that regular Saryn is still my most used Warframe, despite not playing Saryn as much anymore and using Saryn Prime instead when I do. While I was pretty okay with Saryn's first rework back in the day, I was still pretty bummed out because she played a lot differently than before that rework, and I just didn't enjoy her as much because I wasn't playing the same Saryn I had gotten used to. I ended up shelving Saryn for a while, only occasionally bringing her out for old time's sake.
I even rebuilt her with more focus on ability strength, but she just wasn't as enjoyable.
Then came along her newest rework, the one you see in the current build. I've been playing Saryn a bit more since they reworked her, and I will say one thing. It's still not quite the same feeling, but this new iteration of Saryn feels a lot more like the Saryn I loved back in the day. I'm not sure how I feel about Toxic Lash affecting your primary and secondary weapons less than your melee, but the fact that it does anything at all now is still a plus. It was a great idea DE had to change the damage type of spores from viral to corrosive, given the fact that they don't have a duration anymore. With this change in damage type, you can just keep spores up for the duration of, say, a Grineer survival mission, and you'll be constantly debuffing anyone in range due to the spores guaranteeing a corrosive proc. Not to mention that with the change in how Miasma takes damage, while it isn't exactly the instant damage cloud it used to be, it certainly feels a lot more like the way it was when I played Saryn a lot. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with this new rework for Saryn, and she's an amazing solo frame now, a lot like she used to be. Keyword, solo. If you play Saryn in a squad, there's one of two possibilities. Either 1, you can't get spores up for a good amount of time because your teammates are killing everything and making your life a living hell,
or you're nuking everything and simultaneously making it so at least one of your teammates wants to stick their dick in a blender.
As far as the team player portion goes for Saryn, it could use a little work, but the rest of the rework is really enjoyable if you play solo. Now for the Warframe I have not physically mentioned once in a video since she was released. Khora. I've had Khora for a pretty decent amount of time now, and I have one major thing to say about her. Oberon Prime just got kicked down to my third favorite Warframe because Khora is literally the fucking best thing ever. Well, second best. Most I've heard about Khora is people complaining that she's shit or doesn't work right and things analogous to that. But in my experience, the only thing I have to complain about is the fact that DE should have left Ensnare the way it was back when Khora was first released.
Other than, you know, the whole procking ensnared enemies thing made them wake up, that wasn't exactly the best.
But beside that, there's pretty much nothing I have to complain about Khora. She's pretty much everything I've wanted in a Warframe. She's decently tanky, she can heal her allies with the help of an aeriie, and best of all, I can have 2 cats at once. Actually, there is one thing that I can complain about Khora.
Why can I not pet Venari? Why, DE? Please fix.
But yeah, there's not much I have to say about Khora other than I love almost everything about her. Extra thick! Finally, there's one thing I'd like to bring attention to. Basically, I had an idea involving the dual commas. For some backstory, before I got hate, dual commas was my favorite melee weapon, and I recently rebuilt them to see if I can make the non-prime variant viable. Given the fact that I hate the way that dual commas prime looks and there's no skin for them that I can use to just use the non-prime model, at least on PC. Fuck you, Xbox. And fuck you, PlayStation, for having a non-Day of the Dead skin for Sylva and Aegis. Anyway, the idea I had for dual commas was to essentially make them into a split sword type weapon.
Partially because I think it would make the weapon even more badass to have a combined form, and partially because Bloodborne has spoiled me with trick weapons.
So my idea was for it to be a dual sword weapon like it is now, but you can make it combine into a polearm.
What you're seeing here is a quickly photoshopped recreation of what it would ideally look like. And I didn't even spend very much work on that Photoshop job, and it still looks badass.
I was thinking that either both dual commas and dual commas prime could be converted into a split scythe.
I just came up with that name. Pretty cool, right?
Or there would just be a third variant of dual commas that was a split scythe, and that could be used as a side grade of dual commas prime. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give this idea more publicity in hopes that DE might make it a reality at some point. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give this idea a bit more publicity in hopes that DE might make it a reality at some point. As now that I've been using dual commas a lot, even without a ribbon, they're super fun, and they bring back a lot of memories of when I used them exclusively. I did make a forum post in the fan concept section of the Warframe forums, but it didn't get much attention.
If someone from DE is watching this video right now somehow, please make comma split scythe a thing. Zephyr's deluxe skin would be nice too, but hey, I'm not going to ask too much. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. Also, if you want to support me in the channel, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. My name is JR, and I'll see you guys in the next one.